What's up, YouTube? It's RS Mario here, bringing you another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire video. Alright, so today we're gonna go over the Pokemon Battle Frontier. So before I really hop into the video, yeah, I know this video was supposed to come out yesterday, but I was kind of busy with, well, I was following all of the Smash Brothers leak stuff, and other stuff happened, and the video is never gonna get finished. So now I'm doing it today. The Zelda video, which is supposed to be today, will come out tomorrow. So just getting that straight. Now we're gonna go right into the video. So today we're covering the Pokemon Battle Frontier. I do think that this will be like in the next Cuddle issue, because they've covered contests which were introduced in Generation 3, but they haven't covered the Battle Frontier yet, which was introduced also in Generation 3. So maybe the next issue will cover Battle Frontier. They haven't really said anything about it yet, but I hope that's the case though. I really want to know about it. It's pretty much the end game of Pokemon, essentially. So after you beat the Elite Four, well, most people kind of go to the Battle Frontier. You know, I mean, that's after you do all the other stuff, like, you know, if there's gonna be like a looker missions or finding rare Pokemon or anything like that in the game. Generation 3 had a lot of post-game stuff you could do. The Battle Frontier was one of them. There's also a few others that we're gonna get into. But first of all, we're going to go ahead and get into the Battle Frontier. Alright, so the Battle Frontier is split into 7 pieces. The Battle Tower, which is basically, you know, the same thing as the Battle Tower in Pokemon Crystal. You know, you've got, except for this time they added double battles, and you run through the battles progressively, and the more, you know, after you get specific winning streaks, you'll get challenged by the Frontier Brain. You know, if you win, you get a specific symbol. Same thing with the Battle Palace. The Battle Palace, your Pokemon battle on their own. You don't give them any commands, and they just battle like they would on their own. It's kind of like a dog fight, Pokemon. Yep. The Battle Factory is dedicated to more to research. It's kind of like Pokemon Stadium. It's kind of like Pokemon Stadium. You rent Pokemon and you battle against trainers, and you know, you can swap out your Pokemon as you go with the person you just beat if you like one of their Pokemon. You know, and there's various other things you can do in the Battle Frontier. You know, the crazy challenges, basic things that test your skill as a Pokemon trainer, and you know, there's fun things you can do after the game's already over. You know, that's pretty much the importance of the Battle Frontier. They actually made an entire season of the anime, you know, based on the Battle Frontier. You know, so the Battle Frontier is pretty much guaranteed to be in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because not only was it introduced in Generation 3, it was also one of the biggest features of Pokemon Emerald, and there is no Battle Tower or no Battle Frontier in Kalos. You know, there's actually been a Battle Frontier in every game, you know, since, you know, Pokemon Emerald. You know, Generation 5 did not have a Battle Frontier. It had the Battle Subway, which was like the Battle Frontier, which is not as cool. You know, the Battle Frontier is kind of like Six Flags in the Pokemon world. You know, you go here and it's like this awesome theme park of Pokemon battle related stuff. It's just a cool area. And hopefully it makes a return in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. You know, especially with all the various, you know, abilities and things that they've added onto Pokemon throughout the years with new technologies like Wi-Fi. Can you imagine a Wi-Fi battle dome? In the battle dome, you know, it's pretty much a bracket tournament. You know, can you imagine like random battles, right? Like they take a whole bunch of people, and say you go to the battle dome, you'll be able to battle people on Wi-Fi instead of battling regular trainers in the battle dome tournaments. It'll be amazing. You'll be battling real people, and it'll be like an actual Pokemon amusement park. It'd be awesome. You know, the other thing they had in, there's another post game thing that was like the Battle Frontier they had in Generation 3 was Trainer Hill. On Trainer Hill, you could basically battle through. It's like a speed run of the battle tower. You know, so you have to battle through and win battles as quickly as you possibly can. You know, to progress through the Trainer Hill in order to, you know, get specific prizes and things. Awesome thing, you know. Hopefully, they incorporate it into the Battle Frontier. If not, hopefully it makes a return the way it did in Emerald, being basically separate from the Battle Frontier, but still being a part of the game. It's on Route 111 at the end. Another thing they actually had in there was in the game was the battle tents. The battle tents were basically 3 different sites in 3 different cities in Hoenn. You know, it was one in Slateport, one in Verdant Turf, the other one was in Fall Harbor, and they were basically sneak peeks of 3 parts of the Battle Frontier. The battle tent in Slateport was a sneak peek of the Battle Factory. The one in Verdant Turf was a sneak peek of the Battle Palace, and the one in Fall Harbor was the Battle Arena. And you know, they were pretty cool. It kind of gave you like a sneak peek into what, you know, the Battle Frontier had to offer once you beat the game. Those will probably make a return, even though it may not be the case, since they technically replaced the contest halls that were in those cities, and contests are a really big thing now in the you know, in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So you got the contest Pikachus and, you know, Mega Evolutions and contests, and yeah, contests are huge now. So they probably don't want to remove the contest halls from these cities, but hopefully the battle tents do return in some way. But yeah, the Battle Frontier is an awesome feature that must make a return in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to help fill out the post game. I mean, because of course you still have stuff like Wi-Fi battles, and, you know, you probably will have some post game, you know, some post game Pokemon to capture, post game missions, things like that, which I'll cover in my next video. You know, about the you know, the Sinnoh legendaries, I believe are gonna be in the next Pokemon games. You know, I believe Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire will distribute several Sinnoh Pokemon I'm gonna cover in my next videos. So, yep, that's pretty much it for this video for this week. So, you know, just watch this space. The Zelda video comes out tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.